in the beginning. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment. MVP Baker. This is a Baker very led podcast. This is a heavy. We're Baker guys as far as I'm right here, right? All right. We all love Baker here. No one gave up on Baker in this podcast, right?
I mean, not at all. Disappeared a little, maybe. But I'm back on the train.
He probably gave up in Carolina. It's okay. But our boy Baker Mayfield, former Heisman, former first round pick, could be an MVP. Now, he's not leading the MVP race. I think it's Josh, after Josh's last performance. Josh, then Patrick Mahomes for some reason. I'm not sure where Baker ranks. I hope he's third or fourth, but according to the odds, he's not top two. Baker Mayfield has lost his top three receivers and is still balling. Do we think Baker has a legitimate shot to win MVP this year?
Yes, because of all the injuries on that team, and if they keep winning games, yes. However, there is a bias for Josh Allen, of course, but with how they've been playing lately, his odds should drop. Mahomes getting his receivers back is scary, though. And they don't have any run game, so he's going to be throwing that football. But if they find a way to beat the Lions or keep it really close in a shootout this weekend, he's going to be in the top two, odd-wise.
I mean, the Lions don't have their, They don't have their DBs, so.
I know, but, the casual fan is watching that game, and they're like, oh, it's the Lions should do the job. Too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a shot, as long as the voting isn't biased for Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I honestly feel like with Baker having all his wide receivers out and doing what he's doing right now, he's balling. Like we said, this is a Baker-led podcast. He's been balling since. Carolina days were kind of tough, but Baker right now, he can, if he does what he's doing, like you just said, does Cooks versus Detroit. It has to be talked about for Baker being top two. He's might get Mike Evans back this week, but he's going out there with Sterling Shepard, Tez Johnson, Cade Otton, and going out there and still beating Aiden Hutchinson and this crazy-led defense with regardless of them losing their DBs. Yeah, it has to be talked about for him being top two. I'm looking for him to have 2+ touchdowns this weekend, regardless of playing Detroit, and that should have him in the conversation. I know a lot of people will be biased on Josh Allen, but there's no way you can't hide winning, and we're doing more with less. This is really going to show too. So, and I think too the biggest thing that's going to really push him over the edge is him winning the division.
Yeah, I was looking at their schedule just before we started talking about. Well, while we were talking about this, I truly believe they will win 12 to 13 games this year. They're already 5-1. I think they might lose 3 more games, 3-4 more games. I think that gets you into the MVP discussion. I think that would be enough if he's continuing to play like this, especially with the people out, like we were saying, and everyone hurt. I just don't see a world where I just feel like the media is just you would have to have a lot of people come around back on Baker. But his story is great. We're talking about a guy that got kicked out of Cleveland. Now, he does admit that's some of his fault, but I felt like he got done dirty. He was playing for torn labrum, and obviously he had one of his worst years. And then they bring in Deshaun, who doesn't even play for the Browns, one of the worst trades. I've said it multiple times in NFL history to me, or just how it panned out. Then you go to Carolina, you get released. Not like you asked to get they just cut you. And then you have the great game, 2 days with the Rams, and that changes basically his career. Goes to Tampa, starts hooping. I think it's all part of a great story of Baker's redemption story. I feel like that's how it should be pushed. I don't know who's behind his PR team, but they need to start kicking it into overdrive. I saw a little something on the NFL CBS. They're starting a little something, but I just don't see how they go 12-13 and he's not the MVP.
Yeah, that first down run and then followed up by that bomb to Tez Johnson was crazy. And I just love their schedule too. Their last 6 games, he should be able to put on a show versus all 6 of those teams. So he's got a legitimate chance.
Yeah.
I just don't see it unless Mahomes gets hot, but
I mean,
I don't know.
That's always a possibility with them. Yeah.
Oh well, we know the MVP is like a quarterback award, but is there anyone that's not a quarterback that we think should be in the running?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor should be talked about. I mean, like getting multiple 3 touchdowns in 3 games. I mean, 3 touchdowns in a game. I mean, that's tough.
I mean, I think he at least wins Offensive Player of the Year.
He's got to, right?
Yeah, he'd have to break the record, obviously, to win MVP, but I think he might be on pace. The rushing record.
He has 600 yards. No, I don't think he's on pace. He needs like a 200-yard game, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, he's ridiculous.
I like if Saquon didn't win MVP, I don't think anyone's winning MVP.
That's true.
True.
Jonathan Taylor, though, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Who's your pick for MVP? We're not even halfway through the season yet. Jesus Christ. Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe.